Shout out to Straw Hat Luffy, man. This guy's so freaking cool. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys a replay of a deck of junk Doppel basically, and okay, let's just get this going. Cause dude, I was like, you know, there's those moments where I was like, okay, let me just pause this real quick. He's playing dinos, right? But I didn't know he was playing dinos. So then he ends up like saying that he's a fan. I was like, dude, that's like the coolest thing when you have someone like, cause like us YouTubers, right? We do content for you guys, right? For sure, of course, it's for ourselves as well to express ourselves. But when you have someone else that's like just basically, just enjoys the same thing you like, it just that much more fulfilling because it's like you're killing two birds with one stone type of thing. Like you do it for yourself and you do it for them, and then they acknowledge it, they like it, and it's just like a good feeling. Okay, and so basically I was like, let me try playing junk Doppel with like just junk Doppel and a bunch of interactions with Nibiru, because Nibiru just takes care of everything else. My bones going crazy. And like when you get overwhelmed, like he didn't open up too good, so I guess like the cards that I had were just sufficient enough. Just what's the replay, okay? And then I'll pause it, and then I'll tell you guys where things were kind of going wrong, and where I felt like I needed to like okay, this is what's good about Doppel, right? Because you can chain block. So they can't Ash junk speeder, so they need to have failure, they need to have impermanence to stop the swarm. So like, yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, so let's continue. That's like the first thing that like you want to do, and then as the game progressed, I started getting more ideas, because that's how you like develop and fully understand the deck, right? But like, okay, you start off with a blueprint, and then the minute you put it into testing, you see like things like, oh, I could just add this, like right here. I was thinking to myself like, wait, I can put power tool. Like power tool just basically just within this combo, you can just go power tool and then snipe 2 cards out of the hand like right off the bat with interactions in hand. And I was like, oh, and you can discard the Hubble, which is really good, and extend your combo even further. So I was like, oh damn, it just started snowballing a bunch of ideas. But yeah, that's like one of the first things you gotta do. Just junk speeder, and junk gives you the what's it called, the Omega. Okay, let's fast forward, pause. I hate a lost world. Okay. So right here, this is where let me see where okay, right here, this is where I forget to put Shaman in the extra deck. I don't have Shaman in the extra deck. I'll show you the deck list towards the end. But like, I was like, I forgot to put Shaman, and then that's when I had the revelation of, oh, I can climb into power tool, right? Like you wouldn't, cause like you don't like. If you open up like DDR, since you have all these cards that get banished anyways, you can just bring them back and use them as Synchro fodder, and you play. Basically, it's pretty much free, because the cards you discard, you want them in the grave anyways. So right here, I just had to pass hard, dude. So I was like, okay. So one of the things I had to consider was, okay, so do I want to use the Jets effect, or do I want to like Synchro with it and then search the junk for the following turn? I was like, no, I needed to get this Kubel out of my hands, so I just discarded it. And then after I did that, that's when I had the revelation about the power tool. But then I was like, oh crap, well now they both didn't get banished, so that's gonna suck. So I was like, let's see what he's playing, and then let's just go ahead and go ahead. And he goes Cosmic on my impermanence, and he goes full. So okay, he's playing Dinos. Like I love Dinos too. And he goes Oviraptor, and I was like, I hope to God he doesn't have the freaking Miscellaneous, because otherwise I just sort of lose. Because I know he has pills. I was like, he has to have a 9 Dino in hand to be able to claim our board, or otherwise he's just not gonna do it. And okay, let's go ahead. So he doesn't have it. He attacks it, and then he just protects it. Swings over my guy, and then he goes into Doka. Oh look, it was a white because it's a Synchro. Okay, so luckily he didn't go into Doka. So either way, it didn't matter. I would just got into battle phase anyways and just attacked. What did he set here? I think we should. Pretty sure it's a Cosmic, right? Pretty sure it's a Cosmic. So then I was like, okay, I needed to work on the extra deck. Like that's one of the things. Like I thought I had the extra deck covered, but you don't know it until you actually practice with it and test it out. Otherwise, it's gonna be like, oh. But that's the good thing about testing. You just have to figure it out. Otherwise, you're not gonna like really truly know. Like sometimes you see a lineup of cards and you're like, this is not gonna work out. But then you play it, it's like, oh, it actually does work out. Like it's crazy how that works. Okay, so let's go ahead, pause attack. And then right here, I had to think really hard on this one, because I wasn't too sure what I want to do. I was like, let's hit it. And then right here, I was like, okay, let's see what I can do here. Because I was like, I still have the Yugioh play. I could just use the effect, pop the back row, and then like try to get something on. But the fact that the extra deck wasn't like optimally considered after, like before testing, it was all just pretty much theory. Okay, let's just go ahead and then I go for the Yugioh play. And then I go for the Korangandrex branches, and then he top decks a Dino, so I was like, what the hell? But then I have Nibiru, so I was like, I'm good. I should be okay. I should be fine, because I'm Nibiru. If he overwhelms me, or if he tries to set up a board, and then I'll just Nibiru him, and I get my Omega next turn. Okay, so right here, this is freaking awesome, because I completely forgot that Nibiru only tributes face-up monsters. So he did me a favor of booking my guy, because then he goes, watch, you'll see right now. A guy in the chat, Blair, who is it? Let me see. Blair Bear. He's like, oh, I keep my Synchro, and I was like, oh yeah, that's true. It's only face ups. So then I was like, okay. I was like, I'll keep it. And then I go and I draw a top deck tuning, and I was like, dude, this is fucking epic. So we're like in a top deck war right now. We're like just top decking, like just top decking. Okay, and then we go, and I was like, hey, if he has Ash, I'm gonna cry. But he didn't have Ash. So I was like, okay, I was thinking of how to do this, and honestly, I forgot that this guy makes my guy lose 500. Like that I completely forgot until I was attacking. I was like, just watch. Oh, I was like, I got game. I have game. I was like, oh my god, that's game. And then I was like, wait a second, wait. And this is where I was like, wow, this is where I like, if that Lost World wasn't there, that'd be game. That 15 he deducted would have been exactly like way over game. Like, oh, that was so freaking crazy. But now that I know that I've done through this, I was like, I have a better understanding of how to build the extra deck. But let me go and show you the main deck now, and then yeah. Okay, so here's the deck list. Okay, so basically, you have your interactions, right? You have your Nibiru, stops any overwhelming, aggressive decks. Ash, very generic. Veiler just stops any effects. But just serves as a hindrance, so you don't want your opponent to do whatever he wants. Same thing for impermanence. And then you have you made it twitches because you're, like I said, you don't really want to be like using your extra deck for toolbox purposes, although you can. That's why you have like Korangandrex, Trish, Yazi, Black Rose, like and Jet Warrior. Like they're like toolboxy synchros, so you can utilize your main deck to consistently deal with board presence through your extra deck. But you kind of want to like relieve the pressure and just like already have the out within the main deck. Like of course, because like you have so many things you want to discard. Like you want to all this top row, you want to discard. So you you have so many things you want to discard. You discard it, deal with the back row, and then Synchro. Okay, so basically, like what I was considering all the decks, right? Like Orcus, right? Orcus is the big deal. This pretty much deals with all. You Nibiru them, you Veiler the Galatea. They won't set their trap. They won't get Babble. They won't have the interaction with the ingredient to send during your turn. Then you have same thing for impermanence, and yeah, basically it's prevention to stop your opponent from setting up the board to hinder you. And you just go free to sync or whatever you want to do. So like ideally, if you go first, the play is there to where you can go junk speeder, right? You go junk speeder, especially either Doppel or this. If it's Doppel, it's more ideal because you get your tokens and you can just synchro climb through that. And same thing for Doppel, because like I was playing just no quills. I was just playing more like interactions, but like you just need more level 2s. And you need to be able to make a junk speeder consistently, because like you're not always gonna have junk. Sometimes you're gonna open up this and just these three, right? And that's kind of annoying, which is why I was kind of considering playing Link Rebo, because you could summon this, link it away, pitch Quill or pitch anything, and then bring back the Jet, trigger the Doppel one hand, and you know you kind of get where I'm going. Like, just to open up the options, but then you can't go junk speeder because you can't link summon the turn you want to use junk speeder's effect, and that's kind of an issue. And then the Shrew is just another like tuner that it's just basically free. You can just summon Quillbolt, summon Doppel Warrior, and then just activate the Strudo, go Yazi pop, get tokens, you know, just generating more resources to try to synchro and try to go through some spot removal with the Korean Gandrax and Trish, because like right now, like as of right now, like Orcus, right, odds are like they need to deplete majority of their hand to contribute to their setup. But if you're stopping them along the way, they're not gonna have that interaction they normally would get, like the Babel or the Crescendo, because you're gonna be interacting with that, and then they're gonna have their hard draw or hand trap, and then even then, like it's 1 or 2, and I mean the worst one is Nibiru. That's of course that's the worst one, because like you don't lose because you have hand traps as well to interact, and your top deck game is pretty good too, because you have so many things you want top deck, so it's not that much of an issue. But basically, like, you hinder them, right, and then put them in a vulnerable state, and then you just like Korean Gandrax them. Like, let's say, for those of you that don't know what this does, this is basically a Trishula, but like it doesn't hit the hand. So it's basically you banish 3 up to 3 monsters from the field or graveyard. So like if you're playing against Orcus and they have like 3 like graveyard setup or Salad, you just banish everything. You banish everything on the field. Against Thunder Dragon, you just banish. You have 3 fusions, that's fine. Current Gandrax, banish all 3, attack for 3k, and then you have your hand trap still, and then you follow it up. This is why you're playing Landfall Linkas, because it's more generic. You can play the Cyframe one, but the tokens are you generate so many tokens that you just want to be able to have a link to it at all times, and the Cyframe one you can't have tokens, it has to be effect monsters. Pretty sure. And yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I don't even know what the hell this is in here. There's literally no purpose for it. I don't even play Succession. So this guy came out. Of course, like, I'm still building it. I'm sort of trying to figure it out, like, cause like it's like, it's such a hassle, man. Cause we gotta figure out how to approach these type of decks. Like, of course, we want to do the Blazer. Like, if you saw the previous video where I did the 1-card double dragon with the Quasar and the Blazer. Like, that's cool, but like it's a bit inconsistent. Like, it's consistent in the fact that it just requires connector, but like it's very fragile. Like, you can't really, like, there's no room for interaction. Like, you don't. Whereas this is kind of like, I don't know. It just seems like it could fare a little bit better. I don't know. So far, that was a really fun duo, wasn't it? It was just super fun. I'm gonna be testing it more, and yeah, it's fun. It's just, it's so exhilarating. It's super exciting. And just go ahead and try it out. If you want to like change some ratios to like fit other things, you can even play malicious. Have malicious and Jet or Veiler or Bulb, make that into a Black Rose to like bait the first disruption, or just nuke the field, like against Sky Striker, just nuke the field, and then some of your junk, or does that make sense? Like, it's just more things you could to consider, like cut 2 of this, and what else? What is you cut? I don't know. It's just cut and just put melees, and just basically just for material, because you play 7s, and yeah. Dude, this is exciting. I hope you're excited too. But that's gonna be it. Hopefully enjoy the video. Like, subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for watching.